Being the biggest artist in the world isn't easy. With her astronomical success, Taylor Swift has found herself at the center of numerous feuds throughout her career. Though she often emerges victorious, her clashes with celebrities have become legendary. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the many victims of Taylor Swift. Demi Lovato. Let's start with Demi Lovato, whose relationship with Taylor has been rocky from the start, since way back when they were both teenagers. Demi and Selena Gomez were best friends long before Selena became tight with Taylor. In the early 2000s, Demi and Selena bonded while working together on Barney and Friends, and the duo was inseparable as they navigated their Disney Channel stardom. However, things got complicated when Selena began dating Nick Jonas in 2008. At the time, Nick's brother Joe was dating none other than Taylor Swift, and Demi was in that circle, and all those ropes were tangled. Though Selena's bond with Taylor grew stronger, Demi seemingly distanced herself. This became clear when she was asked about Selena in 2009. And she famously told the paparazzi to ask Taylor, a clear signal that her friendship with Selena had soured. The tension only escalated from there. In 2016, Demi took subtle digs at Taylor's public feuds, particularly her drama with Katy Perry. In an interview with Glamour, she criticized Taylor for not standing up for Kesha, who was in a legal battle with Dr. Luke at the time. She questioned Taylor's brand of feminism, saying that, "I think that having a song in the video about tearing Katy Perry down, that's not women empowerment." Taylor's camp clapped back shortly after, revealing that Taylor had quietly donated $250,000 to Kesha to help with her legal fees. Despite these tensions, things between Taylor and Demi took an unexpected turn in 2019. While Taylor was engaged in a very public feud with music manager Scooter Braun, who acquired her masters, Demi took his side. She posted on Instagram saying, "Personally, I'm grateful he came into my life when he did. Please stop dragging people or bullying them." However, just a few months later, Demi showed a surprising amount of support to Taylor by sharing that she was listening to Taylor's song Cruel Summer. Taylor responded saying that put the biggest smile on her face. Fast forward to 2023, Demi and Taylor's relationship took another interesting turn. Demi parted ways with Scooter Braun shortly after other celebrities began doing the same. Then, just a month later, Taylor was seen rocking out to Demi's performance at the 2023 VMA. While it seems like there was some reconciliation between the two, the ups and downs of their dynamic show just how tangled things could get in Hollywood. John Mayer. Speaking of tangled, let's talk about John Mayer. Taylor and John dated briefly in the late 2000s. But their short-lived romance had long-lasting consequences. Taylor poured her heartbreak into her 2010 song Dear John, which is believed to be about Mayer. Their relationship had an uncomfortable age gap. She was 19 and he was a fully grown 31-year-old. The song's raw, unfiltered lyrics did not sit well with him. He told Rolling Stone in 2012 that the track humiliated him. "I never got a phone call. I was really caught off guard, and it really humiliated me at a time when I'd already been dressed down." Despite his public comments, Taylor did not stop referencing him. In 2012, she released Would've, Could've, Should've of her album Midnights, which seemed to revisit the pain of her relationship with him. Then in 2023, she dropped Foolish One as one of the vault tracks from Speak Now, Taylor's version, again hinting at their complicated past. While John Mayer has expressed his discomfort of being the subject of Taylor's songs, still, their story remains a prime example of how Taylor's past relationships, like Jake Gyllenhaal, Calvin Harris, or Joe Alwyn, often inspire her most scathing hits. Kanye West. Next up is Kanye West, whose infamous interruption at the 2009 VMAs marked the beginning of one of the most public feuds in music history. After Taylor won the award for Best Female Video, Kanye stormed the stage, proclaiming that Beyoncé should have won instead. The moment became a defining event for both artists. While they seemingly made amends in 2015, when Taylor presented Kanye with a Video Vanguard Award, things took a nosedive soon after. Kanye released the song Famous, in which he rapped, "I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why? I made that bitch famous." The song's music video also stirred controversy, featuring a naked wax figure of Taylor lying beside Kanye in bed. Taylor publicly condemned the lyrics in the video, but the situation escalated when Kim Kardashian, Kanye's then wife, leaked footage of a phone call in which Taylor appeared to approve of the line. Kim took to Twitter, posting snake emojis aimed at Taylor. Taylor ran with that imagery in a couple of videos. The drama took a turn in 2020. When the full version of the phone call was leaked, seemingly proving that Taylor had been telling the truth all along. In the clip, Kanye did not inform her of the offensive lyric, and Taylor used that moment to address the years of manipulated bullying she had endured from both Kanye and Kim. Since then, Kanye has been trying to kill his own career. There was that slavery was a choice rant, and of course the multiple anti-Semitic tirades. His fan base is now hanging on by a thread. Kim Kardashian. Of course, where there's Kanye, there's Kim Kardashian. After Kanye's famous controversy, Kim stood by her husband, defending him publicly. In addition to leaking the phone call, she took aim at Taylor's narrative, accusing her of lying about the details of her conversation with Kanye. Although Kim stated in 2019 that she was over the drama, the full story behind their feud continued to unravel, with Taylor addressing it repeatedly, despite their long history of public disputes. In 2021, Kim shocked fans by expressing admiration for Taylor's music during a podcast interview, a rare moment of praise amidst their long-standing conflict. Though it's unlikely we'll ever see these two publicly reconcile, Kim's comments left fans wondering if time really does heal all wounds. I mean, she has been broken up with Kanye, so it could happen. Taylor has continued to reference their fallout in her music, including a subtle jab at her Eras tour in 2023, and talk about the effects that the feud had on her on the song Thank You Amy. See whose name is capitalized? Nicki Minaj. The drama between Taylor Swift and Nicki Minaj was a short one. In July 2015, Nicki took to Twitter to express her disappointment after Anaconda failed to receive a nomination for Video of the Year at the VMAs. She tweeted, "If your video celebrates women with very slim bodies, you'll be nominated for Vid of the Year." Taylor, who was nominated for Bad Blood, which featured a lot of skinny models, felt personally attacked and responded, "I've done nothing but love and support you. It's unlike you to pit women against each other. Maybe one of the men took your slot." What followed was a media frenzy, but Taylor quickly realized she had misunderstood Nicki's point. She wasn't attacking Taylor, but was addressing a broader issue about how women of color are often overlooked. She apologized, and by the time of the VMAs, the two had made up. Nicki even brought her on stage during her performance, effectively ending their brief feud. The whole situation also gave us this iconic moment.
This that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?
Years later, the two were such on good terms that Nicki presented Taylor with the Video of the Year award at the 2023 VMAs, with Taylor calling her favorite Sagittarius. It's a classic case of misunderstanding that nearly escalated into something bigger, but was resolved as quickly as it began. Diplo. While Tay's showdown with Nicki was short-lived, her conflict with the DJ Diplo was much more drawn out and one-sided. In November 2014, Diplo, who was dating Katy Perry at the time, took to Twitter with an infamous dig. Someone should make a Kickstarter to get Taylor Swift a booty. The comments kicked off years of subtle and not so subtle shade from Diplo towards her, mostly fueled by his loyalty to Katy, who was entrenched in her own feud with Taylor. Despite the jabs, she never publicly retaliated, but Diplo eventually came to regret his comments. In a 2019 interview, he called his remarks the worst decision of his career. By 2022, he reflected on his behavior, admitting that he was an unabashedly crazy person when he started using Twitter, often making fun of other artists because he thought it was funny. In hindsight, Diplo recognized his mistake, admitting that the online one-sided beef had backfired on him. Katy Perry. One of the longest running and most talked about feuds in pop history was Taylor Swift's falling out with Katy Perry. The rift began in 2014 when Taylor accused Katy of sabotaging her Red tour by poaching some of her backup dancers. This conflict reportedly inspired the hit single Bad Blood, which fans immediately linked to Katy. The tension between the two pop stars boiled over for years, with Katy eventually firing back with her own diss track Swish Swish. However, by 2018, she decided to extend an olive branch, literally. She sent Taylor an actual olive branch ahead of her Reputation tour, signaling her desire to make peace. Taylor responded positively, posting about the gesture on Instagram, and in 2019, the two officially buried the hatchet when Taylor made a cameo in the music video for You Need to Calm Down. The media frenzy surrounding the reconciliation was huge, with Taylor blaming the media for fueling their feud in the first place. According to her, the media had poured gasoline on the conflict, turning small misunderstandings into a full-blown rivalry. As of now, it seems that their relationship is stronger than ever. Katie even showed her approval of Taylor's relationship with NFL star Travis Kelce, publicly supporting the couple on social media. Both women have moved on from their past drama, but it was a weird, long-standing beef over nothing really. Scooter Braun. Perhaps the most significant and personal feud in Taylor Swift's career has been her battle with music executive Scooter Braun. The conflict started in June 2019 when Scooter acquired her former label Big Machine Records, which gave him control over the master recordings of her first 6 albums. Taylor accused him of incessant manipulative bullying, pointing to his involvement with Kanye West's famous music video and his support for Justin Bieber, who had publicly mocked her. In a lengthy Tumblr post, she expressed her devastation at losing the rights to her early work, claiming that she wasn't given a fair chance to buy her masters back before Scooter stepped in. She saw it as a calculated move by him, and Big Machine's founder Scott Borchetta to control her legacy, and her dad owned a piece of the company, which is still weird to me. At the time, there were claims that Taylor had been offered the opportunity to buy her masters back, but passed on it. Many accused her of playing the victim, but Taylor remained firm, and by 2021, she began re-recording her own albums, starting with Fearless, Taylor's version. They have all been successful and lucrative, gaining her billionaire status. Scooter Braun eventually admitted to having regrets about this situation. In 2022, he confessed that he should have approached Taylor directly before purchasing her masters. Despite the apologies, his reputation suffered a massive blow, and by 2023, several of his high-profile clients, including Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande, had parted ways with him. I mean, don't feel bad for him. He is still a billionaire. This is a beef that Taylor has undoubtedly won. While I fully support artists having control of their music, I really couldn't give a fuck about billionaires fighting over who gets to make more millions. I mean, I got bills to pay. I'm sure I missed a lot of Taylor's victims. Tell me some in the comments below.